What is happening, you wonderful people? So last night I got a chance to go see The Drama, and in this film, a happily engaged couple gets put to the test when an unexpected revelation sends their wedding week off the rails. And that's all I can say without giving too much away. Let's talk about it. So The Drama. When it comes to The Drama, this is one of those movies that I'm not gonna lie, at first I did not care about at all. I really didn't like at all. I didn't. I love Zendaya. I do. I absolutely love Zendaya. I love everything that she's in. She's great in every role that she's in. And I love Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson is my guy. He is Batman. I love him as Batman, and I love him in any role he's in. And I love that this year is gonna be the year of Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. I absolutely love that. They're in 3 films this year together. This is the first one, The Drama, and then The Odyssey, and then Dune Part 3, so that's really cool. I guarantee they're probably sick of each other by now, but I'll watch them in pretty much anything. But a romance film, that is not my type of genre. I'm an action fan, I'm a horror fan, I'm a sci-fi fan, I'm an animation fan. I like some romance movies, I do. I don't hate the genre, obviously, but it's just not my choice of genre. It's not the genre that I would choose out of all the other ones if I had to pick one. If I had to really pick, it's not the one that I would pick. But then the trailer kept showing up, and I saw it a few more times over like the past couple of months, and it played before a bunch of movies that I went to go see, and something started to click. I found myself thinking, okay, maybe romance isn't my thing, but what's the twist here? What's the twist gonna be in this movie with Zendaya's character, Emma? Because there's definitely something going on, and now, after seeing that trailer more, I want to know what the twist is. I want to know what the mystery intrigue is. Now, I'm actually interested. And basically, the premise of this movie is Zendaya and Robert Pattinson, Charlie and Emma, they're a couple, and you saw in the trailer, they sit down with their 2 friends, and they tell all 4 of each other, one by one, the worst thing that they've ever done. And Zendaya's character in the trailer, y'all saw, but they didn't tell us, and you'll find out when you watch the movie what she did, the worst thing she's ever done. And us as the audience, we don't know. So that's the hook, that's the twist, and we're all like, oh, I could tell on their faces in the trailer that they're like, why'd you do that? And you could tell on Zendaya's face in the trailer that she's guilty and she regrets doing that thing. And the director of this film, Christopher Borgli, I think is how you say his name. I'm not overly familiar with his work. I'm not. He directed Dream Scenario a couple years ago with Nick Cage, which I did not end up seeing. And Daniel Pemberton did the score in here, which, if you're familiar with him, he did the score for the Spider-Verse films. He did the score recently for Project Hail Mary. It's really cool because he's actually kind of having like a big year so far. And it's actually really cool too, because I read earlier, I think he's doing the score for the new Masters of the Universe film too, which is really cool. And I didn't know this until like yesterday or earlier today. Ari Aster helped produce this movie. He was one of the producers on this movie, which was really cool. And on top of that too, their chemistry looked insane. Like, they genuinely seemed like a really fun and interesting pair to watch. And on top of that, it's A24. I love almost everything A24 does. Not everything they make is great, but for the most part, they usually knock it out of the park. So yeah, my interest went from a complete 0 to actually being pretty excited. And after finally seeing The Drama, after walking out of the movie last night, it's fine. It's fine. It's good to okay. So if you're new to my channel, or if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I like to talk about my positives first, then my negatives next. But even when I need to be negative, I will be positive. And even when I need to be positive, I will be negative as well. And overall, The Drama is another fine film so far this year. It's not horrible. It's not bad. But it's not amazing. It's not great either. It's just, I wouldn't even say it's really middle of the road. It's not really a middle of the road film. I think decent is the right word to use. It's not a middle of the road film. It's just overly decent. I think it's good to okay. There are some really great things in here, and obviously I'll start with the positives, and I'll talk about the negatives in the negative section in a little bit, but there are some things that I really did enjoy about this movie, even though I was just overly, okay with it. There are some good things about it. It's just overly decent, and I found some things in here that I really enjoyed, and I found some things that just didn't quite work for me. And I think from a visual standpoint, it's absolutely breathtaking and gorgeous. It is. I love the way the movie's shot. It has this like retro, grainy type color palette and color grading that I really enjoyed, and it's really just pleasing to the eye. Like when you're watching the movie, you're like, man, they really, I don't know who did the cinematography. When you're watching it, you're like, I don't know who was the DP on here. I don't know who did the cinematography, but it's really pleasing to the eye. Like, I love just, it's like eye candy almost. I love looking at this movie. Like, during the movie, as the movie goes on throughout the entirety of the movie, you just see like just the grainy and retro just color grading on the film, and just how it's like moving on the screen, and it's just so eye-popping. It's eye candy. And I thought the editing in here was very unique as well. It's very unique and nuanced, and it's very quick and snappy. And y'all know I love editing. I do in movies, and y'all know that I love just very quick and snappy editing, and that's what we got in here. That's what I got out of it in this movie, and I love just the way the camera moves in here, and I just love the way it's directed as a whole, whether the way it's shot or how it's edited. It's just a really, from a visual standpoint, it's a good looking film. From a visual standpoint, it succeeded in what it was trying to do. And the score in here, Daniel Pemberton, he absolutely knocked it out of the park. It's one of those scores that you kind of barely hear, but you know it's there. And what I mean by that is it's very haunting and eerie, and one of our main leads in here, Robert Pattinson, who plays our main character, one of our main characters, Charlie, he struggles with some anxiety. A lot of our characters in the movie struggle with anxiety, not just him. Zendaya's character, Emma, does as well. But the score is very eerie and haunting, and it kind of goes along with the anxiety that our characters really feel, and you kind of see that in the movie, and it's very nuanced. It's very just unique, and just it's really done well. It was a very just memorable score, and I would not be shocked if this movie gets nominated for Best Directing at the Oscars next year, and I would not be shocked if this movie gets nominated for Best Score and Best Editing. It's either going to get maybe nominated for all three of them, or at least win one, I hope. And the movie tackles themes of guilt, it tackles themes of fear and anxiety. It does. In Robert Pattinson's character, Charlie, mainly towards the beginning, you could tell that he struggles with a little bit of social anxiety. You know, when if you struggle with social anxiety, you know that if any of y'all out there struggle with it, you know how it feels when you go to a public place, when you're out in public, and you feel like people are staring at you, right? And you're just like, oh, I gotta get out of here. Right when the movie opens, like right from the first scene, there's a scene of like people like looking at him, and it was a really interesting scene to watch, and it was a really interesting scene to comprehend. And whenever he's anxious or worried throughout the film, that creepy and eerie score kicks in, and I thought that was brilliant. I really thought it was, and I wouldn't be shocked if this movie gets nominated for those things I mentioned, all three of those things. And Robert Pattinson and Zendaya, I love both of them and everything they're in. They're both great individually and equally, and I thought Robert Pattinson played his part great in here. I thought Zendaya obviously did a impeccable job. They both just did a good job. There's not much more to say about them, like their performances or the characters, like the characters they played, and just the performances that they gave in the movie throughout the entirety of the narrative and just the story as a whole. They did a good job. They did. And it's one of those things where I like the characters that they played in here. I do, Emma and Charlie, and you actually feel for their characters in here. You do the things that they go through, their little quirks, their personalities, their struggles, and just their relationship as a whole. But then there's the twist in the movie. And I'm telling y'all right now, this movie is not at all what I thought it was gonna be, like at all. It's kind of a genre blender in a way, sort of. It's a romance slash drama slash dark comedy. And the movie is actually funny at times. It is. I did not expect it to be as funny as it was, but it is. And the thing that makes it funny is the subject matter. It's the subject matter that makes it funny, and you'll see what I'm talking about when you watch the movie. I'm not giving anything away, because with the twist that we're given in this movie, I want y'all to go into the movie and be like, oh, that's what it's about. That was the twist? I didn't expect that at all. should I even be laughing at this? I don't think I should be. And the thing is, with the twist, my buddy Rob, actually, I went to go see it with him last night. He actually told me what the twist was earlier in the day before we saw the movie, and I was like, oh, that didn't cross my mind. That like, there was multiple things like in my mind. There were multiple like ideas that I had in my mind that I was like, okay, is it gonna be that? Is the twist gonna be that? When he told me what it was, I was like, oh, that didn't cross my mind at all. I did not expect that at all. And I was like, oh, that is dark. That is dark, and it is. But when you see the movie, you're like, oh my gosh, man. And the movie is not afraid to get dark. It's not. And the stakes feel high in here, and it's anxiety inducing. It is. And our director in here swings for the fences. He does. And he presents the most bold things ever in here. And I'm like, I was not expecting that at all. That came out of left field, and you're laughing because of the subject matter, and you're laughing because of what the movie is really about, and you're like, should I be laughing at this? I don't know. I don't think I should be at all. And overall, I just like the chemistry between Zendaya and Robert Pattinson in here, and I just like how it felt like a genre blender, and it wasn't afraid to swing for the fences, and for the most part, those risks pay off and work in the end. And when we get the twist and when we find out what Zendaya's character did, the worst thing her character Emma has ever done, some people are going to be like, that is not what I signed up for at all. And my buddy Rob made a good point as well. He did. He said that this movie is going to be very divisive, and it is. But overall, while there are some good things about it, I wasn't feeling the overall vibe of the movie. I wasn't. From a visual standpoint, it is great. It is. The editing's good. It's shot beautifully, and the performances are great. They were. But y'all know that I always talk about how a movie hooking you in the beginning is one of the most important things. It is. It's one of the most important things in filmmaking. A hook is what gets you into the movie. Other things do too. A hook is not just the only important thing about filmmaking in a movie, but the hook is one of, if not the most important things, and I didn't quite feel that in here, unfortunately. Right when the movie opens, they throw you right into it, which is not a bad thing. Some movies that throw you right into it, great. Some movies, though, obviously the execution has to be there. If the execution is on point, if the execution is prevalent, you might have gold. You might. Right when the movie opens, they throw you right into it, which isn't a bad thing, but you're like, wait a minute. Let's have some build-up. Like, I would have liked some build-up. And I get that's how they wanted to tell the story, and it may work for some people, but I just wanted to care about this story and these characters more. I did like our characters, Emma and Charlie, and I did like their relationship, but I wanted to care about it more than I did. I know I keep emphasizing that word and saying it over and over again. More than I did. And I thought that the pacing could have been a little bit tighter, definitely a little bit tighter. It wasn't bad at all, but for an hour and 45-minute movie, you could definitely feel the runtime. It was a tad bit long. It was, and it definitely started to drag at times. Not a lot, but just at times. And for the most part, the humor does land, but some of the jokes didn't land, in my opinion. And I go back to talking about the story. The story flows nicely for the most part, but it's not the most memorable story you've ever seen. And I go back to talking about the overall vibe and feel of the movie. I just really wasn't feeling it as much as I wanted to. I just didn't feel all the way invested into this world that we were shown. But yeah, overall, with the drama, this is a movie that at first I did not have any expectations for, but I saw the trailer over and over and over again, and I started to get a little bit more excited, and I was really looking forward to it, mainly because of the twist, and I unfortunately walked out a tad bit disappointed. There are some really great things in here, but overall, it's one that I don't think I need to ever watch again. So with the drama, I will give this movie a 3.5 out of 5 stars, and with the drama, I will say, choose your time wisely. If you're a Zendaya fan, if you're a Robert Pattinson fan, if you saw the trailer for this movie and you're like, oh, I want to know what the twist is, if you heard about what this movie was about, if you read the plot and you were like, okay, that seems interesting, you might enjoy it. You might just be on the same page, though, that I am. So that'll wrap up this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, comment, share in this video. We just hit 1K subs a while back. We're now at 1.3K. And the next big milestone is 2K and 3K for that. Beyond that as well. If you're new as well, I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, trailer reaction, movie live streams, movie news, movie rankings, all that wonderful movie stuff under the movie umbrella. And let's talk about in the comments down below. Did y'all like the drama? Did y'all not like the drama? Are y'all going to go see it when it officially releases in theaters Thursday? Are you going to wait to watch it on streaming? Let's talk about it down below. Keep talking movies, wonderful people. Cheers.